Hey everyone, it's Kai from Cool Collectibles back again for another review. This time it's the Big Boys Toys Hong Kong TNC-03 Chun-Li. For all the Big Boys Toys Hong Kong Street Fighter statue sets, click the link in the description below to head on over to Play Asia. They ship worldwide, so definitely check them out. Alright, so if you've been following the channel, you'll know that I previously got the Big Boys Toys Hong Kong Ryu and Ken statue sets and absolutely loved them. For Street Fighter fans, this is definitely one collector line that you definitely want to get into because they do have a lot of attention to detail and just the overall styling is very, very nice. So just a quick look at the packaging here. I do love the artwork in the consistent style with the previous Ryu and Ken. So you get the nice sort of artwork at the front there with, I'm assuming, her name in Chinese. And you get some pictures and so on of the statue and the light up features, etc. And you get something else on the front there. My Chinese is terrible, so I'm not sure what that says. But you just, similarly with the others, you open up the Velcro and you get the window box. Not with me in there, but with the statue. So on this particular side, not sure what that is. I think that's just a silhouette with the buns on the side, so, and a bit of her statistics. But I'll crack this awesome thing open and give you guys a closer look. Alright, so I've taken everything out of the box and I'll just give you a quick rundown of all the contents. You get the collector card again, which I haven't taken out of the packaging. So you get the nice semi-deformed or super deformed artwork and the artwork on the back there, which I do prefer. It's in the consistent style with Ryu and Ken, so together these cards are actually pretty nice on display. It comes with the awesome base that you then just lay on top of the actual sound base itself. So this is consistent with her traditional scene in the Street Fighter game, Street Fighter 2 game. For her stage, so I do love that. They did have some polls on their Facebook page about what additional accessory they could add, and she did have like a loose stone in the stage, but I guess they did decide that having just a little rock wasn't probably worth doing, so they haven't included that additional bit. But still, it does look pretty damn good, and together with the backdrop. It goes together pretty much perfectly. So I love that backdrop from the original stage with the guy holding the chicken. It would have been nice if they included the guy on the bicycle that rode past every now and then. That would have been pretty much a fantastic touch, but not to be. But not that big a deal. So you do put this on in the same way, just slot it in to this groove at the back here. So pretty much the same way as the others. Just be careful how you push it in so you don't accidentally snap it off. But it should be fairly easy to go in. It does come with her light effect for her kicking feet. I can't actually remember what the Japanese term for that move is. But I don't know if it's the 1,000 kick something or other. But you pretty much just mash the kick button. And she'll end up doing this kick. So I was actually surprised that it came separate to the actual statue itself, but the statue itself is actually really, really nice. The detailing on this is just awesome, and the paint application. So the skin tone on the head there, just like some of the Kotobukiya statues, is pretty much flawless. Love that aggressive look to her, and the stance with the kick. So I think once you stand them both, you pretty much just slot that in there like so, I think, and then she pretty much just looks like that. I'll fully set it up in a second, but just to give you a look at the figure itself, the detailing in the hair is really nicely done. I do love that these are softer plastic, so there's no real risk of snappage there. And the gold sort of detailing is really, really nicely done. No paint bleed or anything like that, so the same sort of level of quality with their Ryu and Ken is here with the Chun-Li. I actually like that the outfit here has a nice sort of glossy blue to it and not just a matte blue. It really gives it some sort of almost a metallic sheen to it. and the gold sort of edging is really a nice touch as well. So she's got her traditional thunder thighs, which do look pretty awesome. I do love the sort of sculpt of the muscles there, and the sculpt and paint app on the boots is really nice as well. So overall, the overall pose, paint application, and just the styling is just outstanding. Absolutely love this line. Even the detailing on these little gauntlet guard things, there's a bit of silver wash on there to give it a bit of metallic weathered look, which is really nice. And the eyes and the mouth there with the tongue showing through, it's just an awesome pose, an awesome design. So I'll quickly set it all up and give you guys a look at the sound and light up effects as well. So just hold on a second. Alright, so I've put on the base and the backdrop there, which is pretty straightforward. Now with the light up effect, it does have this standard sort of base connection point, and you just need to line it up with those 2 points there. So you'll see that there is a little hole there as well that goes into this little knob, and this other peg here is for her left leg. So I would probably suggest putting this in first and just making sure that's all sort of lined up to make sure that the light up effect works properly, and then it's probably easier to stick her foot in there and just make her stable on that. So I'll set that up now and give you guys a look. Alright, so here it is all set up. The light feature here is pretty easy to slot into the connection points, but the peg hole for the foot here is pretty tight. So just be careful to hold that fairly tightly and not try and do anything too forceful, but eventually you will get it to sit flat on the surface of the ground. But once you set it up like that, it does look pretty damn awesome. Also just be careful of some of these sharp edges here on that point there, where it could, once you're putting this in, it could end up in some paint rub, so just be careful there. But once you get it in properly, there is enough clearance. But other than that, once you set it up, it is pretty damn cool. So you just press this button here as you do with the others, and you'll see this effect. So if you're a fan of the game and you remember the original Street Fighter 2 game where you're pretty much mashing the kick buttons, it is pretty damn awesome. So as a Street Fighter fan, I absolutely love this. I'll grab the other two and give you guys a look at all three together. I don't have enough batteries, unfortunately, to go around and have all of them up and running. But if you want to go back and recheck what Ryu and Ken do, click back through the videos on the channel. But I'll grab the other two now and give you guys a look at all three of them together. Alright, so here are the first three World Warriors in this Street Fighter line from Big Boys Toys Hong Kong. And if you're a fan of the original Street Fighter 2 game, like I was, who played it back in the arcade days, you are really going to love this take on these characters. I love the original game backdrops that you see there, the little accessories on those things that you could destroy in the game, and just the overall paint application, molding, sculpting, everything about these figures is just awesome. And the fact that they come with the original sort of sound bites and the light up features is pretty damn awesome. So I love that they've got the Hadouken for Ryu and the Dragon Punch Shoryuken for Ken, that kick from Chun-Li, and of course they've already teased their next one in this line in Guile, of course, with his Sonic Boom. So I can't wait for that to come out, and together on display, I guess it makes for a lot of fun for Street Fighter fans. Something a bit different. There's all the sort of high-end, pop culture shock sort of Street Fighter statues and Kids Logic 1/6 scale figures, etc. But for just a pure sort of fun for Street Fighter 2 fans, you can't really go past this particular line. I love it, and I definitely highly recommend it. So click that link in the description if you want to head on over and check out all the order details from PlayAsia. But that's pretty much it. Hopefully you guys like that look at the new TNC-03 Chun-Li. Hope you can click that subscribe button. I've got a whole bunch of reviews coming up shortly with a whole bunch of Hot Toys figures that are due from the Force Awakens and other lines as well. So hopefully you can stick around for all of that. Thanks again, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Cheers. Bye.